I first noticed a lump on my right breast in 1989. That was in my first year in the university. I went to, it was awareness on checking on how to check for the signs of this breast lump. They came to the hostel and gave that awareness. So when I checked, I noticed a lump on my right breast. I went to medical center of the university. They said there was a lump. And getting home, they didn't tell me that they were going to do anything. All right, there was discharge on my breast, so they gave me some drug. I had discharge on my two breasts, so they gave me some drugs. So on getting home, my parents referred me to a general hospital. I went there. They said the lump must be removed, and I went through the operation. They removed that lump. Nobody gave me idea that that lump was supposed to be sent on examination to know what it was. And since then, they said it was over. Well, I never noticed anything again till last year. Last year, I noticed a lump again on my left breast this time around. So I told my daughter, she checked, she said, Mommy, there's a lump there. But it's true, maybe you go for when they will be having a wedding so that they check and know what it is. I just said, minor, my mind didn't go on anything. That was around September last year. My mind didn't go on anything. I just said, let it be. So this year again, I noticed the lump started increasing small. I said, you see this lump? He said, it's increasing. I said, no, it's not really increasing. My daughter checked, said, Mommy, it's increasing. Let's go to the hospital and check. So I went to teaching hospital. They checked the lump. They asked me when. I told them about 6-7 months ago. Is it increasing? I didn't really notice the increase. My doctor said it's increasing small. I say it's okay, it's increasing, but I don't really feel the increase because maybe the nature, like when I had maybe premenopausal sign, I didn't know because I used to have heaviness on my two breasts and it to be heavy. I didn't know what it was. That's why maybe that lump had hidden there. I didn't know because I would have heaviness on my two breasts. After some time, it will go around. So I didn't really notice that lump. Let me put it so. So when I went to the hospital, I said I will have to do biopsy to see what the lump was. I said it's okay. I did the biopsy. When the result came out, the big news is, all right, even when they did the biopsy, the doctor told me at my age that 90% high percentage of people with breast lump at that age is always cancerous. He put that was the language of the doctor. He said, well, let's take the little percent when might be you out of that. I said, well, but don't have that in mind in case that is the news. So my mind was down. I said, God, let it not be. Let me be among even in 1%. But when the result came out, they say it's cancerous, that the next thing is. To even tell me the result was not easy. Because it's my daughter that went for the results. It was not easy. A spiritual daughter, another doctor was the one that they called through WhatsApp to tell me, advise me on what to do and what it was that I had made up my mind. I said, whatever it is, God will take care. I was not afraid. The first thing I took out of mine was fear. I said, no matter what it is, there's nothing God cannot do. Whatever it is, if God directed me early to go and know this, then God will give me a way out. So when they say it will be, my sister told me that's removal of the breast, and my doctor told me that he will even advise that the two breasts be removed. I said, no problem, I don't have issue with removing two breasts. I remember when I went to my doctor, when he told me that it will be removal of the breast, I said, doctor, I want the two breasts to be removed. He said, but there is nothing wrong with the other breast. I said, what is the chance that it will not happen? He said, you'll be doing that. I said, I don't want that even chance again. I want the two breasts. I was still insisting. He said, medical, they can't just go to remove something that is not bad, that it won't have any ground for removing the other one, that there's nothing wrong, that it will be the side that has the lump that will be removed. So I was booked for operation, but money now was the issue. I thank God for Pink Africa Foundation. I still put up because at that time it was small finance. Now that was my fear. The family was already involved financially. So I was saying, God, this sickness, is it from the devil to disgrace the family? I said, God. So thank God for that. My daughter, he told me Pink Africa Foundation will sponsor it. That alone calmed my fear. That alone gave me another way out. It gave me the boldness to face it. So I'm very grateful to Pink Africa Foundation. I keep on telling that they gave me the first way to see life. They were the one that gave me that assurance that I said financial damage can be done. If he said surgery was booked immediately. And they did the surgery. Though a little complication came after the surgery, but the leader, that lady still came back to see me because my daughter was crying on phone every day. She was outside the country. She still came back to see me on hospital bed. He said, Mommy, it is not a death sentence. Mommy, this thing, it is done. Nothing, this complication is normal. It was just a little, because they said when they did the surgery that the tube they used to flush it blocked, so he couldn't bring out the fluid. So it blocked. Then there was I was having I can't even call it lymphoma or what is that, something like that. And then first it was blood that accumulated in that place. So I had a long time to go through the healing of the wound. But all the case, God did it. Then after the surgery, that was the first line of treatment my doctor gave me. He said I will pass through chemotherapy, radiotherapy, more the therapy with plenty money. And I was given referral to come to this place. When I came here, series of tests. God helped me. I did all the tests because I like working on test results. The first CT scan, the big money, 75,000. I said, Kai, another thing. How will I be? God provided. I did. I told my daughter, let's do that test. We'll let them work with what they see, not working on what they saw before surgery. Let it after surgery, post surgery, how it is. I just want a confirmation. Later, I did the test, and they said I met the oncologist. He said the next line will be. I asked him if chemo, because since chemo is monthly, or I mean 3 weeks, or whether I can start the chemo. He said no, with my case that you need to do radio before chemo. And then I went for the costing of the radio, and that was another boom. This journey is not easy, but God is in it. When you trust God, you don't need to fear. When you trust God, God will always make a way. Like I had my friends say, family. It's good to have family. And I really thank my husband and my daughter. They stood by me. My husband wouldn't mind denying himself of everything he would do to see me healthy. Well, the time I came back, they gave me a bill of 1 million for radiotherapy. I collected that bill here. I came alone. Unfortunately, I didn't come with my daughter. I went to the car. I drove myself down here. I went to the car. I sat down and said, Jesus, take over. My leg was shaking. Because I know, to think of 200,000 in the house, I wouldn't say you can boast of it in that time. But I said, Jesus, take over. I went to the car, prayed to God, prayed, took water from my car, drank, drove home. All right. Yes. Yes. And well, the experience of Asiukpo, the environment is nice. Asiukpo is a good center to come, because coming in here, what I noticed, let me give a comparison to the teaching hospital I was. The doctors here, the workers here are friendly. They treat you like human, not like animal. Because there's where you stand from taking your card from the doctor. But though in teaching, I had a doctor that was my doctor was just like a father, like a brother. That one is just different, let me put it so, exceptional. But I see some doctors, the way they treat patients. I see even nurses, the way they treat patients. They treat like animals, but here they are friendly. From the reception, even from the security at the gate. Yes. That is true. From the security at the gate, they welcome you, and they make the place a home. That I love about Asiuko. And God help them with their work. Yes. Yes. Thank you, dear.